Hey, Meaner T back again. I said I had a couple of things. Kind of wanted to separate the vlogs. The other thing is, sometimes I can get a little pick out certain things, small little tidbits. Maybe they're not big to other people, and but here's an example of that. I happened to catch the ESPN 30 for 30 this evening, and it was about the replacement players on the Washington Redskins. And one player in particular, Skip Lane, Lane, he played free safety. He was one of the replacement players. Now you got to remember, this was back in 1987, so we're looking at 30 years ago. So Skip Lane now is in his 50s, and they were interviewing him for this 30 for 30, and what he talked about initially was when he decided to go do this, he had to talk with his boss. He had been kind of a journeyman NFL player. Things didn't work out, and looks like he's in real estate right now, in at least real estate leasing commercial property. And he could have been doing that at the time in 1987. But anyways, when he thought about going back, he had to talk to his boss about it. And it also meant anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 decrease in his salary. So the guy, by doing this, was going to lose about $100,000. And then he said something a little bit interesting after that, or later on in the show. He said that if he was basically physically able to do it now, I mean, he's, like I said, probably in his 50s, mid 50s, that he would pay $100,000 to be back in the NFL. And I think a lot of NFL players and a lot of football players feel the same way. And it just kind of makes me wonder about this CTE thing, and just how big it is and how important it is to the players. When you have guys, I can't think of the receiver for the Cardinals last week was willing to pay the fines for headshots. Don't hit me in the knees, hit me in the head, I'll pay your fine. You have guys, this guy's been out of the football for 30 years. He's had time to look at things, see how things have gone, and he would still pay. He would pay to play in the NFL. So I'm not saying that head injuries don't occur, that there isn't CTE, that there isn't pain involved in playing professional sports. I'm saying that from a player's perspective, they would rather be hit in the head, or they would rather risk a CTE, or they'd rather risk a head injury than they certainly would a knee injury. So I'm just kind of wondering if maybe this is more from the business side of things than it is from the player side of things. So I'm just kind of wondering, I hope I can get this thing posted today. I'm just kind of wondering, just kind of curious if anyone will bring this up on ESPN, some of the morning shows. I think it's something that Colin Cowherd might talk about, some of the more provocateurs, I guess, some of the more real serious issue-driven type broadcasters. I just don't think that ESPN would say it. I would be shocked if they did. Maybe I'm seeing too much into it. But just curious to see if anyone brings anything up on this issue today, or today is Wednesday, on the morning shows, or even on any of the shows today. So I just thought I'd try to get that out there before I miss the chance. So this is Manatee Justice saying, vlog adjourned.